There are so many people all over the world who are wanting to connect to their gifts and get really clear about how they can make a difference, make a change in the world. And what they lack are tools to go from vision into action.
I was in a place in my life where I was really frustrated with my career path, my service path. I've been working since I got out of college with a science degree, just not really feeling like I was doing work in the world that felt like was my calling and making me feel lit up and excited and like I was affecting change in the world.
Whether it's with the oil spill or the climate change or the melting of the glaciers, we can all get a sense that we have this opportunity as human beings to move into harmony with the natural world. And the Ecology of Leadership program is a program that's designed to support us in becoming the leaders of this new possibility in the world.
I had started this amazing sustainability consulting company that had worked with some of the largest companies in the US and had done great work, and I felt really proud of the work we had done, but I felt like I personally had plateaued and that I wasn't using my strengths to go on my path in the world.
Before EOL, I had just a few patterns that limited me. I gotta say, I never knew that there were actually tools that you can use to help break through patterns.
One of the elements of the program that helps participants really connect to their vision we call the creative scene process. So what they do is develop a creative scene for each different aspect of their life. It could be their family or their service path or their health and wellness or community or their spiritual path. And to get really clear what it would look like for that part of their life to be actualized to the fullest extent possible. Once they've developed the creative scenes, they can then engage their leadership tools to move forward and make progress to walk towards that vision.
And through those tools, I was able to fully manifest a dream of mine that I've had for a really long time, and that was going to Africa. And I realized that it looked like doing a service project of teaching girls how to ride bicycles. Without working through some of those patterns, I don't think that would have been possible.
Part of the experience at EOL is to do a project. And the project that I was most excited about was helping make the town where I come from, Berkeley, California, a fair trade town. And it took us a year, but about a month ago, a resolution was passed. Berkeley is now a fair trade town. And it felt really exciting.
I had never seen a program that was so productive and made change so quickly in people's lives. In my life, I just felt it immediately.
It's really common within our culture to be operating within constraints. Well, I don't want to do that, and I don't want this, and I don't want that job, and I don't want to live here. And so during the Ecology of Leadership program, what we look at is, what do you really want?
I made some really big decisions as a result of EOL. First, came up with a concept for a new company that I'm pursuing right now. And second, decided to leave the company that I created in order to follow this new path. And perhaps more importantly, deciding that before I jump into the next business venture, to spend some time with my family.
So even though I had a community of friends in my life, I had never understood really feeling integrated in a community until I came to this program. And it feels so empowering and so nourishing to be supported in our visions and to come into this community.
We created the program in such a way that at the end of the program, that group of leaders carries on in the world and self-facilitates. So no longer a participant at EOL is working out in the world by themselves. And so this is part of this process of moving from me to we.
I've done a number of leadership programs before in the past, and a lot of them are really focused on how I can become this new emboldened titan of leadership with new superpowers. So one of the things that I think is really novel and important in the way EOL works as a leadership program is the metaphor of ecology and nature. It says that we are part of an organism, that we are connected, and that even as a leader, it's not about you, it's about you within a system. And making that as the centerpiece of leadership is incredibly powerful.
So coming into the EOL program, I felt support that I'd never felt in my life, and were given tools that were so effective in helping me identify what I want to do, how I can contribute, and what is in the way. What has been the way of me contributing those things?
So as someone who's starting up a new company, I can tell you that anyone who comes into my organization will be invited to take part in EOL. I think it's such an important business tool, and I think EOL can bring a lot of those tools for people to help them gain new skills in thinking about how to attack challenges through a lens of possibilities, and by asking the questions, what if, how might I, and help not just saying, well, putting these obstacles in there, but really visualizing in a concrete way what that future should look like, and then devising the steps to get there. And that's something that any business could use from anyone who works in their organization.
The Ecology of Leadership is a place where people get to ask those questions of themselves. How do I want to meet the challenges of this time? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to become? That's what we're being called to do. This is our time. We're called right now to dream a new dream.